All right, this is Houston with Roofing Done Right, doing a quick video inspection for Javier. So, first thing I saw when I got up here, these missing shingles. You can see how the tab's blown off of there completely. Let me zoom in so you can see the nails underneath it. You can see where that shingle ripped. So basically, they started as wind damage shingles. These right here, it's hard to see on this color with that dark line at the top of both of these. These shingles are loose and the wind's gotten under them and bent them back and forth. Put a crease at the top. There's another one down there. And there's actually one right there that I didn't want to try and reach out and mark with the chalk. And this is just kid sidewalk chalk. It'll wash off with the next rain. Promise I'm not spray painting your roof or anything like that. So I saw that and got excited. I was like, all right, we've got a bunch of damage when I'm barely stepping off the ladder. And I walked over here, and this is the more south-facing slope. So I expected this slope just to be absolutely chewed up, but I don't see a single wind damage shingle on the south slope, which is very peculiar. And I didn't see anything on this side. There's a lot of granule loss, and I'm gonna get back to that in a minute. So the first thing we do with the chalk is put chalk on these HVAC exhausts. It's a very thin aluminum, so anything that hits that, it shows up. So that chalk, just smear it right across the top, and any dents will be really highlighted. So that shows that hail has been in through here at some point, and it was large enough to damage the HVAC exhaust. But what is it doing to the shingle itself? And this is where it becomes kind of subjective. There's a couple things I marked up. So there is a wind damage shingle right here. You can actually see at the top, that's the fiberglass showing through. That one's creased so bad. It's probably gonna be the next one to rip off. So if you zoom out, there's a couple spots where I put the chalk is what subjectively looks like hail. And I'm gonna show you the difference between hail and a blister. So you can see this dark spot right here where the granules are missing in the shape of a circle, and the granules in the middle are still there. So that potentially could be hail to me. Now you also have a good bit of what's called blistering, and that's what this looks like. So you can see, well, it's kind of hard in the video, where my finger's pointing, you can see straight to the fiberglass, and there's no real shape to it. It's just kind of a blob. And what that is when the shingle gets hot and the tar and the asphalt expands, it'll blow the granules off the top. So deciphering between those and hail on a roof this old, like I said, can be relatively subjective. Depends on the mood the adjuster's in. If we have a really good date of loss, which I'm going to look for, and then also I'm going to be looking for collateral. So once I get down, I'm going to be looking at downspouts, window screens, anything else on the property that could have been affected by hail. And then, like I said, I come over here and I'm expecting to see more wind damage on this slope because it's the same facing slope as that one, but I don't see anything. And then I don't have anything on this front facing one on this side either. But coming over to the back, this is the north slope. You know, this is the north slope because of all the algae buildup. And there's a couple spots where it looks like there's wind damage. And it's kind of hard to see, but you can see that dark line there, a little bit more at the top. Starting to crease, not completely creased all the way across the top like the others, but it's definitely beginning. Same thing right here. You can, it's really hard to see on this shingle, especially in a video. But there's the same thing going on. And if I pick it up a little bit, might give it a little bit more of an angle. There you go. You can see the darker line at the top. And the reason I asked you if anybody had been up here recently is the nail heads that are exposed, which is basically something that's going to happen no matter what. Over time, the silicone wears out, and you have to reapply it. So this roof being as old as it is, and seeing the silicone still there, leads me to believe at some point there was maintenance done, which is a good thing. It shows you've been doing your due diligence to keep up with the property. And so that's pretty much everything I'm seeing. And that's what I'm saying. There is a good bit of damage, but it seems to all be isolated in certain spots, which I don't particularly like. But again, like I said on the phone, it's one of those, if you don't ask, you'll never know. So I'm gonna jump down, see if I can find any collateral around the house, and then get this video sent over to you and talk to you a little bit more.